let's talk a little bit about base mesh creation techniques. And we already know one of them, and that is just with insert body. So I can go B, insert multi-mesh body parts, hit M, and I'm sure there's a male torso in here, so we can go to the bottom here and we can drag a male torso out, and we can hit R to go into rotate. I'm gonna hit R again. I'm used to using transpose lines, so that's what I'm gonna use, but use whichever you want to use, the gizmo or not. Control drag again. I'm gonna turn polyframe off, and now we've got a body for our weirdo. Now you can also do insert mesh primitive M. Let's do a cylinder, and we'll just do a cylinder instead of dragging out a leg. Let's say you don't have a leg you like. I'm just gonna drag out a cylinder, and then I'm going to use transpose to give me some legs, and then control drag again. And then go in here with my move brush and just kind of, move some knees out, move some thighs out. And if I need feet, I can mask the front part here, control tap to invert that mask, pull that forward, and now we got feet. So really quickly, you can use insert mesh brushes, you can use masking. In fact, we can insert mask for the arm. I can hit W, make a transpose line, hold down shift, drag that out, Dynamesh, use my move brush to give him some elbows here. Now, if I'm working at this, and he's not looking that great, but if I'm working at this resolution, I am going to drop this down to say 64. Just while I'm working on huge meshes, I like to have it as small as possible, especially organic meshes. And then as I'm sculpting and I need more detail, then I'll up the resolution. Now you're going to notice as I was sculpting this, I'm like, okay, I'm giving him some biceps here, and then I go around to the back, and I'm like, and if I control drag, it's going to give me a really nasty Dynamesh here. Where that comes into play, let's undo that all the way back. So for your brushes, what you're going to need to do, here's my brush menu here. If you don't have that and it's closed, you can just open that docking station by clicking here on those two arrows, and then take your brush, grab that circle, and throw it over here. And I'm going to go to auto masking, and there's a backface masking button. So with my clay brush selected, I can go into and I can touch my backface masking, and now when I brush, it's going to automatically mask any back faces. It's not going to physically do it. You're not going to see a mask. It's basically just telling the computer if you see a mesh back there, just leave it alone if the normals are facing the other way. So that way you can sculpt through thin geometry and not have to worry about it. So now you can go through here, start doing your whole anatomy thing, give him some pecs, give him some ripped abs, like so. He's got some biceps. It's got some delts. Do your sculpting thing. Now that's one or a bunch of different ways to do base mesh. You can insert mesh, you can mask, you can move, you can transpose, all that good stuff. Another way is using Z-spheres.